Hello, it's Carissa, and today is Friday, September 12th, 4 in the morning. I have made a lot of notes and an outline here so that I can keep to the point. The last video I made ended up being like 27 minutes long, and I started editing it, and I think I've given up on it because there's just too much editing. So this time I wrote an outline out, and I have certain things I'm going to just try to touch on, I guess, and just keep to the point. First off, I really only do these videos for me, to hold myself accountable, knowing that the possibility of someone watching is out there, and, you know, if I stopped making these videos and stopped progressing, that they might say, hey, what happened to the videos? And I don't expect that to happen, but if on the off chance that maybe it would, this is just a way for me to keep accountable. That said, I have to say hello to a new subscriber, really cool, sick of being fat, Tammy. Hello, welcome, and thank you for subscribing, and thank you for leaving the comments. Those are actually my first, like, unsolicited comments that I've gotten on my page, since I started doing video blogs. So thank you very much. Fatty to Slim has left a message for me, or sent an email one time, but that was after I sent her a message, and I totally understand that because she's so busy. But anyway, thank you for leaving me a message. That was just really cool. I was really excited to get it in my box because I check, maybe somebody saw my videos, maybe somebody thinks I'm a dork, and they want to send me hate mail or something, and that would be exciting too. But your comments were really nice, and thank you very much. Alright, and by the way, I am sick of being fat too. I actually have many times told my BF, I don't want to be fat anymore. I don't want to be fat. And it usually goes something like this. I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't want to be fat anymore. I don't want to be fat. I'm like squeezing, the areas that, whatever. Anyway, that's that. Okay. This is the first video blog I've done since September 6th, which the video on September 6th, it was a big day on September 6th for me. And the last time I did a video was the morning before any of the big day stuff happened. So let's go over what's happened since then. September 6th was a Saturday. We had a live radio broadcast from Curves, which was really cool. I was really glad that I got a chance to do Curves. I did Curves for 30 days. They took my measurements at the beginning. I did Curves for 30 days, and then we did a live broadcast from there to tell everybody about it. They have a new system there. It's called CurveSmart, and actually this report is it's kind of crinkly. I had it in my backpack, but it's something that I got from Curves after being there for 30 days. They did my measurements again, and I got this printout on the day of the broadcast. So I have some exciting news from that 30 days and from that live broadcast. In the 30 days that I was at Curves, I lost 8.5 pounds. Wow. Happiness. Happiness. And then I also lost 7 inches while working out at Curves for 30 days. Now, don't get me wrong, I had been sort of watching what I was eating, trying to mostly be good, but to be honest, my diet and nutrition is always a roller coaster, always. So I did have some good days, and I did have some, probably shouldn't have eaten that kind of days, and so I think that's kind of normal. I think that's a good example of a lot of people, possibly. A lot of people do a lot better than me. Whoops, sorry, Toto. I stepped on his tail, I guess. Diet-wise, kind of a little bit of a roller coaster, some good days, some not so good. But also, I did do other things during the month that would count for exercise. I ride my bike. I had been doing the Couch to 5K program, and what else did I do? I guess that maybe is it. So it's not all contributed to Curves, but it definitely has made a huge difference going to Curves. And I actually mapped it out today with some numbers. I crunched some numbers today. My total calories burned for the weeks between 8-3 and 9-6. That's August 3rd and September 6th, my total calories burned was 15,124 calories throughout that whole time. The total calories I burned just at Curves was 7,023. So Curves really accounted for almost half of the calories I burned in a whole month. And also, I just wanted to throw a couple of these numbers out there. My total minutes worked out between August 3rd and September 6th was 1,354. My total minutes of those that I worked out at Curves was 520 minutes. So if that makes sense to you, I worked out for less time at Curves and burned about half of the calories that I had burned all month. Almost, it's a little bit more than a third of the time that I had worked out during that time was calories. Oh man, this is getting confusing, huh? Anyway, maybe I'll put up a little picture right here. What I'll do is I'll put something over on the side there in the description. It's one of these sides. Yeah, I'll put something in the description that shows you how many calories I burned in total for the whole month while working out at Curves, and break it down into how much of that was actually burned by working out at Curves. So that's that, I think. Okay, so then moving on. This is going to be long, I think. I'm going to have to edit it. Okay, let me just be really fast here. Oh, also at Curves, I found out that my BMI went from a 36.5 to 35 after 30 days. And my blood pressure, it started out pretty okay, I think, 108/64. And on my 30-day check, it was 120/74, which I think both checks are pretty good. I tried to look it up online today because I wasn't sure, but I think those are both fairly good numbers. And actually, 108/64, that might even be better than 120/74. The graph that I looked at said that those lower numbers are generally for athletic types and children. So maybe that was just a little different day because that was the start of my 30 days. The end of my 30 days, 120/74. 120/80 is what says is the recommended normal. Okay. Later on that day, that event went very well. It was a lot of fun. And actually, I ended up getting a tip, kind of. They have tanning beds there, so the owner decided to give me some free tanning sessions. Very cool. I've never tanned before. I'm actually not that, having never have been in a tanning booth, I'm going to say I'm not that fond of tanning booths because of the whole skin cancer thing. And actually, even with the sun, I wear sunscreen most of the time, especially if I'm going to be outside for prolonged periods. Anyway, moving on.